Welcome to Direct U.S. Immigration's channel, where you get direct access to our most up-to-date immigration and global mobility space. I'm an immigration attorney with almost a decade's worth of experience, and today we're going to talk about the financial evidence you need to submit with Form I-134 in 2024. Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Maitreya Brown, and I'm a U.S. immigration attorney based in Washington, D.C. I'm also the principal attorney at Direct U.S. Immigration, where we work with clients in all 50 states and around the world. Be sure to stick around until the end to get a bonus tip on utilizing a joint sponsor. So as you know, when you submit Form I-134, which is that declaration of financial support, you will also need to provide supporting documents to evidence your answers on the form. In other words, you'll need proof that the facts you provided are in fact true. Most notably, you must submit proof of identity and proof of income. Additional documentation may be necessary depending on your answers on the I-134 declaration. Now, for evidence of identity, you need to submit proof of your identity. In the event you are a U.S. citizen, you may provide one of the following documents: a copy of the biographic page of your unexpired U.S. passport, a copy of your naturalization certificate or certificate of citizenship issued by either USCIS or the former INS, a copy of Form FS-240, which is that consular report of birth abroad that CRBA issued either by the U.S. Embassy or U.S. Consulate, an original statement from a U.S. consular officer verifying that you are a U.S. citizen with a valid passport, or a copy of your birth certificate issued by a civil registrar, vital statistics office, or other civil authority showing that you were born in the United States. Now, in addition to submitting Form I-134, the supporter must establish with evidence that they have the income or financial resources to support the foreign national beneficiary. Although the minimum income threshold is acceptable, immigration officers weigh more heavily on income that exceeds the requirement and is also more reliable. In other words, a supporter who is stable, who has a job above that threshold, is much better than a sponsor who has unreliable employment. Now, supporters who are employed with a company or organization can submit that W-2, an employment verification letter, and a federal tax return to meet this requirement. However, individuals that don't have W-2 employment can have a more difficult time, as they will need to show other types of documentation. Self-employment supporters or sponsors will need copies of bank statements to show regular deposits that match the stated income and copies of 1099s. Again, your tax returns can help establish a history. In certain situations, an applicant may overcome the law's public charge provision by submitting evidence of his or her own financial resources. Now, suppose the petitioner is unable to show evidence of satisfactory financial resources. And in that case, the applicant may submit to the officer evidence of funds or income from one or more of the following sources. So, cash assets. So you can submit 12 months of bank statements to show the present balance of the applicant's account, the date the account was opened, the number and amounts of deposits and withdrawals, and explain if there were any, huge deposits. Real estate or property ownership. Generally, you must provide a title deed or equivalent as proof of ownership. You must submit a professional appraisal or letter from a lawyer to indicate its present value, and a copy of a loan statement as disclosure of loans against the property. Bonds and stocks. Submit statements or letters verifying ownership of stocks and bonds, with present market value or indication of expected earnings. Insurance. Provide a statement from your insurance company showing policies held and present case surrender value. And lastly, other sources of income may be acceptable if you provide proof of satisfactory evidence that the income is reliable and belongs to you. You must also provide a statement on how the funds or income will be transferred to the United States if the financial resources are derived from a source outside of the U.S. As promised, here's some bonus information that you may not know about. Now, suppose you cannot demonstrate that you meet the income requirement for your household size. In that case, you can also enlist a secondary co-sponsor, so a person outside of your household willing to accept full financial responsibility for the visa applicant. A financial co-sponsor, also known as a joint sponsor, can be anyone who meets the government's visa income requirements. This joint sponsor does not need to be a family member or relative of either the sponsor or the visa applicant. However, the financial co-sponsor must be a U.S. citizen or U.S. green card holder, at least 18 years old, and living in the United States. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out the caption below this video. We've got questionnaires for different types of visas so that we can help you determine which visa is most appropriate for you. And if you're traveling soon, we also have a list of some of my travel favorites. So I hope you found this video helpful. Subscribe if this content or information helps you in any way. Comment below if you want me to talk about something in specific. And share this resource widely because you never know who needs answers to these questions. Additionally, if you have any specific questions about this video as they pertain to your unique circumstances, please schedule a consultation with us, also at the link below, and I'll see you in the next video.